Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Ugh, what a day we had yesterday. I did a video yesterday, and as you can tell, I'm sick. And Emily had went to urgent care, and all of a sudden we get this phone call. They're sending her to the hospital. They wanted to get an ambulance, and she wouldn't let them. They thought she was getting um, her kidneys were bad, her bladder was coming up bad, and they didn't know what was going on. They were afraid it was going into her bloodstream, and they were afraid something was going to happen. So she called us and we went and met her at the emergency room, and we sat at the emergency room. They took her back and everything, and we sat there for like 6.5 hours, and come to find out she has a severe kidney infection and bladder infection. So they did send her home with antibiotic and everything, and she has to go to our regular doctor. I know the reflections in my glasses. I'm sorry, let me fix that. um, so Oh my God, what a day. What a day. Like, we are exhausted. We got home about, I don't know, quarter seven, I guess. Um, and I think we were in bed by 8:30. We were all exhausted. And let me tell you, I've been to this hospital before. I've been there 3 times in the emergency room. And we've never had an issue ever. Yesterday, they stuck this little girl, my little girl, who's 21. I know, that's a little girl, but they we went into the emergency back where they put you in the yard where the doctors come and all that kind of stuff. They put us there first. They came in. They're like, okay, we're gonna get you an ultrasound. They took all kinds of blood. The one nurse couldn't get her IV in. They had to send another nurse in, and literally, then they moved us to another room where we were with another person. And we were like, it was like this, like we were sitting. It was awful. And then, which is, I mean, look, I understand they were busy, but it was a Thursday afternoon. So then, of course, we have somebody in the room with us. Um, and they did not, I had to ask for a blanket for her. They did not bring her a pillow. No nurses came in to check on her at all after they got her IV and everything in. And her ultrasound was not done. It was done literally an hour before we left. She laid there hungry and thirsty. Dave went and got water and stuff for her, but she laid there. Nobody came to check on her. Nobody came to tell us what was going on. People in the room, like that we were sharing the room with, I think it went twice. They went home and somebody else came into that room. And then they finally did the ultrasound, which took literally 5 minutes, brought her back, and then in like 20 minutes or whatever, said, this is what's going on. This is what you have to do. Blah, blah, blah. You need to go see your other doctor. And they just wanted us out of there. And we did not know that until we were leaving, went out through the emergency room in the waiting room, and literally two they have two big waiting rooms for the ER. They were packed. It looked like we were at a concert or something. It was bizarre how packed they were for people waiting to go into the ER. So I guess, I don't know. They said the ultrasound was backed up and it was taking long because when babies need to have ultrasounds, they get the priority and this and that, which is fine, but nobody let us know. Um, and now, the poor thing, we're just all exhausted. I can only imagine how she feels. They had to get her, they tried to get her in her wrist for her IV. They did the one arm, they did the other arm. It was just, oh, ridiculous. So now, we just have to keep an eye on her and get her to the regular doctor, next week, and, go from there and see what the heck, hopefully it's going to subside and get better. But she was in such severe pain, and her kidneys were giving her, they were doing like this punching thing where like they squeeze and then, you know what I mean? And she was in severe pain. She couldn't breathe. It was taking her breath away. It was so scary. And for those of you who do not know, we lost our son a few years back, and uh, Dave and I were just a mess. We were a mess. We were an absolute mess, because we didn't know. Nobody told us what was going on. And when the urgent care told her, I'm afraid that your blood has the infection, like the infections in your blood, and if it goes to your brain, I mean, like all these things. So we're like, we don't know. And I'm like, gosh, if they took her blood and her urine again and everything like that, obviously, if nothing was wrong, why wouldn't they come tell us? Like, look, the blood results came back. This is what we're seeing so far, but we want to do an ultrasound. Nothing. So we sat there scared shitless for hours. It was like 6.5 hours. Oh my God. And I'm sure there's worse stories out there. I'm not, but it was just, It was horrible. It was horrible. And like I said, they never came to check on her to see if she needed anything. Um, they didn't even ask when we were leaving if she wanted. They told her to take Tylenol. They never offered her a pain pill. She wouldn't have taken it anyway. But they never offered her any pain relief. They never offered anything. Anything. It was just horrible. It was horrible. So Dave ran this morning and dropped off her script and waited for it and got it for her so we can get a couple, some doses in her so she gets some relief. Because what a day. What a day. I am exhausted. So I'm asking you guys to please send love, positive energy, prayers, whatever you believe in, and just send them to her to get better, and that it doesn't get worse, and that she, heals pretty quickly. She has to work now for the next 4 days, and I don't know how she's going to do it because she can barely stand, but she said that she's going in. So I don't know. It was quite the experience yesterday. And yes, we've been through a lot worse, but yesterday was it was very nerve wracking. It was very exhausting. And like I said, I'm just sitting there waiting for the worst. You know what I mean? Because nobody was telling us. And Dave had to keep getting up and go to get the doctor. Like, what's going on? Somebody, well, let me look into the paperwork. And then they appease you and they don't do it. So we're going and giving them a bad review. And I hate doing that because, like I said, I've never had anything but positive, good experiences there. But yesterday, I don't know if it was a full moon. I don't know. And I say that tongue in cheek, but um, I don't know. And when we left, I mean, they were just trying to pump everybody in and out. So I guess as they started getting busier, they were like, okay, they can go. It was not a good one. Not good. So that's it. I just wanted to kind of do a little update. I can start crying. I am just exhausted and overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed. But I am so happy that my daughter is home with me and did not, because they were going to admit her, and she did not want to stay. So I'm really glad that she was able to come home. That at least she could be in her own bed and sleep with her animals. And Dave and I didn't have to, because all she was afraid of that she was gonna have to stay alone in the hospital. And I'm like, no, Em, I'll stay. We'll stay. We'll do whatever we have to. I didn't want her to stay alone. Her boyfriend had went to Washington D.C. yesterday morning. He left early in the morning, so he wasn't even around when this even started. He was 3 hours away. So it was just very chaotic. So I hope to resume my all my things I have going on and videos and that kind of thing. But I I have another vlog that I want to be doing. I probably will do it tomorrow. I probably won't be doing it today. But um, you guys sent me such beautiful messages and emails and stuff from my last vlog with about purpose and whatnot, and I really want to respond, and I really want to say a few things that I thought about, but I want to write down some things because I have all these ideas and stuff in my head and things I want to say and things that um, not only affect me but help me, or let's say trigger me, or whatever it is, and I want to make sure that I speak about these things, that maybe they can help somebody else or let somebody else know that you're not alone. Because a lot of your responses I read and I was like, oh yeah, I feel that way too. Or, huh, you know what I mean? Like it made me think, and it was just so empowering in a way to read all of your stories and all of your, just all of your stuff. So that'll be a video coming up maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I love you guys. You guys are the best. All your comments and everything from yesterday, even from yesterday's video, just very, very positive and just very wonderful. And my odd girls, I know a couple people were like, what the hell is that? They're my odd girls. Those aren't meant to be pretty. Maybe the colors, like one person wrote, which made me pee my pants. I was in the hospital and I read somebody said it looks like she looks like a battered wife. And I mean, I don't mean to laugh like, because being a battered person in general is god awful. It's horrible, and that's not. But when she said it and I looked at it, I was like, oh, the pinks and all that must be what it reflected to that person. To me, because I do the odd girls all the time, it wasn't, it was just what it was. And I've seen a few of you tag me on Facebook with some that you've done too, some odd girls. So I'm going to go on there today and check them out and comment and write them down and add them into the end of a video. I love seeing when you guys do it. It's just when I was at the hospital, if you tag me on Facebook, If you tag me on Instagram, it comes through my phone. Otherwise, I can't see anything. So if I go on Facebook on my phone, I don't know why it's screwed up. I've taken it off, I've reinstalled it. But when I go on Facebook on my phone, I can't see any tags or anything that anybody does. But like just sitting here, if you go on and tag me now, it'll come up so and so tagged you on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? So it's very bizarre. So I did happen to see some of them, just kind of going through, but couldn't comment on all of them. And I'm just very excited to go and see what you guys do because you guys are the most inspiring thing ever. Um, to see what you guys do as far as your art. It's my cats fighting because they're just crazy today. Must be the energy going around. But when you guys are so inspiring because when I see when you guys do your art in general, it doesn't matter what it is. It's so inspiring to me, and I know a lot of your stories of what you go through, what you've been through, and that kind of thing. And to see you do your art, it brings tears to my eyes because it's like I know how hard that struggle is, and I know how hard it is to do it. And oh my god, my hair stick. Oh my gosh, oh gosh. But I know how hard it is, and I know how much strength and courage it takes for you to post and let other people see it, whether it just be me or other people in the group or on Facebook or whatever. And it just makes my heart smile and it just makes me so happy. So that's it. I'm not going to get any more mushy. But as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I could never uh, explain how much you guys mean to me. And remember, progress, not perfection. And that's what we're going for. And I love you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. Love you. And I'll see you later. Bye.